Have you ever wondered how some teams just handle a crisis, without breaking a sweat? Well, it's not magic, it's a system. And today, we're going to build that very system using just a few simple words. We'll see how these everyday terms create this incredibly powerful framework that can help you navigate pretty much any challenge. Let's get into it. So just think about it. At your job, when something goes a little sideways, what's the first thing that happens? Is it organized chaos or just plain chaos? The difference between those two really comes down to how you handled the very first moments of any incident. And that's exactly where we start. Section 1, the spark. This whole section is about one thing, identification. Because let's be real, you can't even begin to fix something if you don't know what you're actually up against. Okay, so let's start with the big one, a problem. This is kind of your catch-all term for anything that's gone wrong. It's that uh-oh moment. But here's the thing. Just calling it a problem is what officially starts the clock. It's the starting gun for the whole process. Now this is where it gets interesting. What's the difference between that and an issue? Well, here's the key takeaway. An issue is almost always about people. Think about it. Two departments disagreeing, a client is unhappy. It's about different perspectives. And that means issues need discussion and debate, not just a quick technical fix. And on the flip side of that, you have a fault. Now this is the technical stuff. A bug in the software, a broken part in a machine. Finding a fault is like being a detective. It's that one specific clue, the smoking gun really, that helps you crack the case of the bigger problem. Okay, and this one is absolutely critical, especially for safety. Risk versus hazard. They are not the same thing. So a puddle of water on the floor, that's a hazard. It has the potential to make someone fall. The risk is the chance, the probability that someone will actually walk right there, slip, and get hurt. Knowing that difference is how you prevent problems before they even happen. So we've figured out what we're facing. Now what? Well, now we move to section 2, the blueprint. This is all about how we assemble our response before we actually do anything. And this quote says it all, doesn't it? Before you jump in and start trying to fix things, you need a plan. And even more important than the plan, you need the right people to make it happen. Chaos is really just what happens when there's no blueprint. So check out this flow, it's so logical. First, you form the team. Then, once you know who's involved, you establish clear lines of communication. After that, you provide clarification so every single person knows the what, why, and how. That clarity lets you assign responsibility, so everyone knows exactly what their job is. And only then, when all of that is locked in, do you finalize the plan. See how each step builds on the last? Okay, blueprint is ready. The team is assembled. Now for the fun part. Section 3, the execution. This is where we actually get things moving. But here's a secret. Real action doesn't start with someone shouting orders. It starts with a question. What do you need? Real execution begins with support and help, giving your team the tools and the trust they need to get the job done. Think of it like the fuel for the engine we're about to fire up. And what happens when a team feels supported? When they have everything they need? Well, they're not just empowered. They are unleashed to take direct action. This isn't just running around being busy. It's focused, meaningful work aimed right at the problem we identified way back in the beginning. And that smart action creates a measured response. Now notice I didn't say reaction. A reaction is panicked, it's impulsive. A response, on the other hand, is controlled. It's guided by the plan we built. It's truly the difference between just flailing around and actually fixing something. And all of it, the team, the plan, the support, the smart actions, it all leads to this one fantastic word, the solution. This is the destination. The problem is gone, the issue is settled, the machine is fixed. It's the ultimate proof that the entire process actually works. But what if it's bigger than just a problem? What happens when things go really, really wrong? That calls for a whole different level of prep. So let's talk about section 4. The shield. When you see this word, everything changes. An emergency isn't just another problem. It's serious, it's unexpected, and it is often dangerous. The stakes are way higher now, and our goal shifts from just solving to protecting. And in any emergency, there is one priority. Just one. It overrides everything else, no exceptions, safety. The well-being of people is always, always number one, period.
This right here is why having a pre-planned procedure can be a literal lifesaver. It's not a suggestion, it's a script you follow. It has to include clear steps for the big stuff, how to administer first aid, what to do in case of a fire, and exactly when and how to start an evacuation. This is stuff you cannot figure out on the fly. It has to be practiced.
So there you have it. We've gone from a tiny problem all the way to a full-blown emergency plan, just by understanding a few core words. It just goes to show you that a clear language leads to a clear response. Which kind of leaves us with one last really important question for you to think about. A procedure might be written down on paper, but is your team actually ready to do it?